When the letter arrived from my grandfather's attorney, I honestly thought it was spam. I hadn't spoken to my grandfather in almost 25 years. The last memory I had of him was from when I was 9, standing on his porch while he told my mom that some children bring too much trouble into a house. I didn't understand what I'd done wrong. My mom refused to explain, just squeezed my hand and said we weren't going back. We never did. So when the attorney insisted I was required at the will reading, my stomach twisted. I assumed my grandfather had left me something insulting, a broken tool, an old photograph, some final reminder that I'd always been the family outcast. I almost ignored the appointment, but some part of me needed to know why he'd mentioned me at all. The office was crowded when I arrived. My uncle, aunt, and 2 cousins were already seated, all of them staring at me like I'd wandered into the wrong room. My uncle muttered, "This should be interesting," under his breath. The lawyer started reading the will. My cousins got token items, furniture, heirlooms, a few keepsakes. My aunt received a small savings account. My uncle straightened his spine, clearly expecting something big. Then the lawyer said my name. The house went to me, the farmland, the investment accounts, the safe deposit box containing bonds worth more than I'd ever earned in my life. Nearly everything substantial. Mine. The room exploded. My uncle accused me of manipulating an old man I hadn't spoken to since childhood. My aunt demanded the will be contested. One cousin asked the lawyer if this was some sort of joke. The lawyer didn't respond. He simply slid a sealed envelope across the table. "Your grandfather left this for you, and asked that you read it before anyone challenges anything." My hands shook opening it. Inside was a confession. He wrote that he'd pushed us out of his life because my father, his son, had convinced him I wasn't really his grandchild. My dad had lied, trying to cut ties with my mom during their brutal divorce. My grandfather believed him. He threw us away. Years later, after DNA tests during a medical scare, he learned the truth. I was his biological grandchild, and he'd destroyed our relationship over a lie. He'd tried to reach out, but my father intercepted letters, emails, and even blocked his number from my mom's phone plan. The lawyer had proof. Photocopies of every message he'd attempted to send. The last line of the letter gutted me. "You spent your childhood thinking you weren't wanted. I want you to spend your adulthood knowing you were the only one who ever should have inherited this family." I walked out numb, not just wealthy, but aware of decades of love I never knew existed. I still don't know if I forgive him. But for the first time, I know he never forgot me.